Hi, this is Jerome Shaw, Breatharian, motivator, and meditator. Coming at you this Friday Eve with a message on the pranic path, Breatharian beginnings, Breatharian guilt. Guilt. Now there's a difference between guilt and shame. And I've known both in my life. Perhaps you have as well. Guilt says, I've done a bad thing. Shame says, I am a bad person. Now you can feel guilty without being shameful. None of us have to feel shameful that we are bad people, right? Because like Shakespeare said, nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So earlier today, I had a Breatharian update where I was talking about Freedom Friday. And it was an exciting time because I had dedicated today to myself to just splurge on myself and just eat, whatever I wanted in terms of like soup and ice cream. And gotta say, I went a little overboard. The beautiful thing of being a human being is that, we are infallible. We are not infallible, we're fallible. We get things wrong. We're not perfect, but we are complete, but we are not finished. I'll say that. You are complete, but you are not finished. You're still a work in progress. We're always in progress, always in motion, always in movement. Just like Yoda said, always in motion is the future, right? So today, I kind of felt a little bit guilty later on, and I tried to just tell myself that I deserve this. I've been doing really good with the prana, with the breath work, with the meditation, with all this stuff, but I consumed a little too much today, and it was a little overboard actually. And parts of my body were filling up, like my feet started to swell on the road. It was like I could barely press the gas pedal. It was crazy. Stuff was happening to my body because I just intook too much food. I consumed too much. My body was like, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? And I honestly had to have a talk with my body because I feel like there's a thing where I've been given this gift, this pranic gift of Breatharian, and it's a wonderful gift, but there's a difference between being free from the need for food and being free from the desire. So I understand now that I still have a little way to go for being free of the desire, And once you open the floodgates, the water comes flowing in, it comes streaming. Once you open that door, it's hard to close it back. It's tough, but it can be done. So a thought occurred to me tonight as I was taking a shower. And it was saying, don't disrespect the gift. You've been given a wonderful gift to be free from the need for food. You may still desire some food. There still may be food that you feel like is tasty and yummy, right? And that's okay, because it's not about not eating, but don't disrespect the gift that you've been given. Don't disrespect this power over food. Because just because your stomach is like a bottomless pit, your body just absorb it, some way, and it just goes somewhere. Doesn't mean you have to disrespect it by just consuming everything inside. So That was my lesson today. And I had to do it like, I had to walk for some miles to really clear my head, and it was like I was slogging through molasses, through mud. I was so dense, I was walking through nature and I felt like I was just slugging just through the city, just, just lack of energy. Everybody was passing me on the road when I'm usually just abundantly, just, sprightly walking, feeling light, feeling like air, flowing through the city. But today I was like, no, it's just really dense, just really weighed down, really heavy. And that was just from like mainly liquids. So I didn't, consume anything like, I had a feeling like I wanted some sushi. I'm still waiting on that. I'm gonna wait longer for that. But yeah, I'm gonna wait longer to open those doors. But I told my body tonight during meditation, I did an hour-long sitting meditation, and I talked to my body. I really talked to my body and had a conversation, and it talked back and it said, we're in this together. We're in this thing together. We're with each other. We can do this, but we have to work with each other, And so my body kind of asked me, it was like, I thought you loved me. I thought you said you loved me. And I was like, yes, I do. I love you. It was an emotional moment. And I told my body, yes, I do love you. And, it forgave me for treating it that way when I said that, we were entering in this new path. And we had an agreement. We talked to each other, and I said I'm gonna do a 3-day dry fast to really clear out things, And so yeah, for the next 3 days, I'm gonna just be dry. No food, no water, just air, just prana and meditation. So after Monday, I'll go back to liquids. So yeah. And another thing, interestingly enough, is that I've had to be very careful of where I put this stuff. It's so funny. I watched an interview with Mahim back in 2007 where she was talking to someone about, the pranic path and breatharianism, and she was talking about how 20, 30 years from now, maybe even 40, 50 years from now, people are going to be looking at us and they're going to be like, those crazy kooks, they were right. I wonder if she'll live to see the day when people finally accept the fact that things were more than they thought. Things were different than they seemed. That in the beginning there was the Word, right? Thoughts become things. Ask and it shall be given. Ask and you shall receive. All these things are telling us that the world is mental. It's all in your mind. The thought that you can't sustain yourself without food is all in your mind. So I wonder if Jasmine will live to see the day when people widespread start to understand that this way of life is possible. It's just a thought. But I've had to be careful of where I put this knowledge out there because, different people are watching and don't want that negative energy. So for the next 3 days, I'm going to go on a dry fast and clear the body out once again, supplement it with the prana, and get back on the road again, get back on the path. And I know that I can do it. I've talked to my body, and we're in agreement. We're in this together. So this has been another episode. For more inspiration, head to the podcast, The Open Palm, and you can check that out. Much love to you always. Be blessed. Be well. Take care. Have a wonderful day or night.